Hi everyone, this is Michelle at michellesizemore.com, and that has one L in my first name in my website link if you're looking for me. I'm a Creative Memories advisor, and today you'll learn how to make this calendar grid page using Creative Memories products. So I used this calendar grid, came from a collection called the, I think it's called the Calendar Kit. It is from the This Life collection. And I'm just going to show you, I'm going to show you what's in that. You get all of these calendar grid papers, and they have a color on the back. So I'm just going to sort of flip through, and I actually probably have two collections in here, so you're going to see more than one kit. But the papers have calendar on one side and then this design paper on the other. So you have all different colors, which kind of cover all the seasons and celebrations and things. And then it also comes with these sticker letters, which have the numbers for all of the days, and these little iconic stickers that you can use. And you get monthly numbers, months, and then you get all these strips of paper, which fit right here at the top that you can use to decorate the tops of your pages with. They're two-sided, a neutral on one side and a color and design on the other. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how I made this. I grabbed a blank calendar grid, which looks like this. Let me put these side by side here. And, well, I've already done this one, so let's do this one. I got one of those strips here of paper and put it up here at the top with my repositionable tape runner. And then I added, and I'm not going to actually build this. I'm just going to sort of explain it to you as I go. But I just put October 2024 here. These are die cuts, so I would put my tape runner on the back and mount those. This sticker, all these stickers right here came from the Autumn Cottage collection. That is our new collection for fall for this year, for 2024. These papers came from Autumn Cottage. And this is some orange cardstock, yellow cardstock. This is the green from Autumn Cottage. And that shows you what I used. And then I'll show you some other things that I used. The cool thing about these calendar pages is you can just use a hodgepodge of things from all different kinds of collections. And it's just sort of a fun thing to build on. So these are all the different things that I used. Oops, I got these in a sleeve. Okay. I use these little epoxy stickers, which are so cute. These come from Summer Break collection, but they coordinate actually with this autumn collection, the green and the yellow and the orange. So I use those right here. They're little raised dots that are epoxy, and they're adhesive on one side. And they're great to make little bullet points or just to add a pop of color. And then I used these epoxies. I used a little airplane. I used a green airplane from here, and this was from the Passport collection. I used this little die cut from the Passport collection right here. That was like an arrival date with my airplane going on a trip. And then this is from Passport, and I use this getaway sticker right here. And I also used some brown cardstock on this little car. And these stickers are from the Scrap Happy collection about scrapbooking. I use these little asterisks right here. And then I used these stickers. Like, this is a long 12-inch sticker, and I wanted to cover 2 calendar blocks, so I cut around it to make it fit, and then when I had an unfinished edge, I just added those little circles on top. Let me put that back where I got it. And these are the stickers from Autumn Cottage, just to show you what they look like. So I pulled a lot of stickers off of these, and this is sort of a mixture of partially used ones that I've done. I used a lot of the pumpkins and the leaves, the little cider, pumpkins again, hiking boots, all of those, this wheelbarrow, all of those came from Autumn Cottage. It is really a pretty collection that we have for fall. And I used, these are the cardstock colors I used. I already pointed those out to you. And I also used this paper right here because right here, I just wanted some little bitty tiny little scrapbooking things because these are weekends where I had scrapbook events where I'm a vendor at. So I just cut these little scissors and this little trimmer punch out and put those there with my tape runner. So that's what I used that paper for. This is that really pretty tree, like a watercolor tree look that I used for these squares, and I'll show you how I punch those in a minute. And then I use this pretty green paper. It looks kind of like a sweater, like a knit sweater. It's so pretty. I love the color of that. So those are all of the papers that I use. So let's just sort of show you how I built this. I love this square punch right here because the square is perfect to fit in these grid blocks. So I'm going to open that up by pressing that little button right there so it springs open. And I'm going to punch I think I just need 2 squares of this paper. Put it in the slot and punch and move it over and try to get as close to that one as you can so you don't waste paper. Oh, that was probably too close. Let's do one more. Okay, that's going to be more like it. And then I do the same with this green paper. Got 2 squares of that. So just to show you, I used this paper here, this paper here, this paper here, and this paper here, and I would just mount that down with my repositionable tape runner, and I'll sample that repositionable tape runner in just a bit. So I did those papers, and then we're just going to sort of work our way down this way. So let's get kind of all of this out of the way for the moment. I want to cut this piece right here. This is going to be for a little road trip to the mountains and like a 2-day road trip. So I kind of wanted to cover 2 calendar blocks with this little decorative orange little strip. And so I'm going to grab my ruler. I don't remember the size I cut that. So I cut it, let's see how wide it is. 3 1/4 inches wide. So let's do that. I'm going to grab my 12-inch trimmer, and the straight blade is in here already. So I'm going to grab this cardstock, and I need 3 1/4 inches. So let's see, 3 1/4. Yeah, that's how long it's going to be. And then I need it to be 3/4 of an inch. So let's go to match it up with the 3/4 of an inch mark. Wait, let me think. This is how, there you go, right here. And make sure it's straight all the way at the top, and close it and cut. So I think that strip's going to be perfect. That's how I got that, and that would go right here. And then I would punch, I want this little car right here. So I just want to make sure y'all realize with this border maker system, I'm always showing it using the whole system together, but you can, if you just want like one little car, you can use it like a standalone punch, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to put my cars in here with the little metal pieces sticking out, and I'm not going to need this right now. And I'm just going to grab a piece of brown, and I'm going to punch a couple of cars. I really need one, but I'm just going to punch a couple in case anything goes wrong when I try to cut the wheels of this one. I'm going to throw away those scraps because I don't see anything I could do with those. And I'm going to grab these little micro scissors right here. And I'm just going to cut around the car to start with, just to make it manageable to work with, because I just want that one little car. And I need to cut it around the wheels to make it look like a little standalone car. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to just kind of round off these wheels like that. Now I have my little brown car. So I would mount that right here. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab this silicone mat, which this is great to work with. It repels the adhesive. So when you're using your repositionable adhesive and you use it on something like this only sticks to where it's supposed to stick on the little punch out, but it comes out in clear dots, so you don't really see it. If I was using a regular tape runner, you would see little white pieces sticking through. The repositionable doesn't do that. It only sticks to where it's supposed to stick, and then the excess would normally come off on what's behind it, but since I'm using the silicone mat, it repels it, and so it really helps with not making a mess. So I'm going to stick this little car down right here, and I'm going to rub it to get any excess adhesive off and just to make sure it sticks down. Then I'm going to grab that sticker that says Getaway. Let's find that in my big pile here. Here we go. It is this one right here. Again, this came from the Passport collection. These are clear, so when I put it on here, it's just going to have an orange background since it's clear. And that's how, I didn't mean to overlap the card. There we go. That's how I got this, okay? So you've got your little punches here, and you've got this. Now I want to show you, I did put a sticker over these two squares, and that was this sticker right here. So what I would do is I would mount these two squares down with repositionable tape runner and put them where they go. And then just put this sticker down across the both of them. And then I would do the same thing here. And this wheelbarrow sticker here, I would put down across both of them. And that's how I would get that. So next, let's move on to this. This is a little banner punch that goes with the Border Maker system. So I'm going to grab this. That's the banner. And again, I only need a few, so I don't need to do a whole border. So I'm just going to use this as a standalone punch like I did with the car. And then I'm going to grab this yellow cardstock right here. It's a really pretty soft yellow. Now I want to get a straight edge on here to start with. So I'm going to put this in my trimmer. Make sure it's straight as it can be. And then the blade's going to come down on this left-hand side dotted line right here, just to cut off that jagged edge. So now I have a good straight edge to work with. And I'm going to put that in here and just cut a couple of banner pieces, a few maybe, there. And then I'm also going to need a green one down here. So I'm going to punch one of those. I'll punch a couple just in case for extra. And then I think there was a place I needed an orange one down here. So now I'll punch that orange one. This is a great thing to do with your scraps of paper too. Okay, so now this yellow one right here, I would mount this right here. The good thing about this little banner punch is it's the perfect size to put in the little squares. You could put it up higher or down low. I mean, I wouldn't cover up my number, but I'm going to use it down low like this. And then I just took my, this is our Rainbow Dots pen set. And I took this brown one. And these pens have a round tip side and a fine tip side. When I'm going to journal like that, I need the fine tip side. So that's this one. And I would just write on top of this little banner and say bonfire, for example. And then I would mount that right there with my repositionable tape runner. And then I would look at my sticker strips from the Autumn Cottage collection. If y'all hear me say Autumn Harvest, I keep finding myself wanting to say that because that was our collection last year. But this one is Autumn Cottage. So I would grab this little sticker right here And I just kind of stuck it on there. Like I would mount this down with tape runner and put that over it. That's how I got that. And this is what I showed you where I cut part of that long sticker off. And then I just put these 2 little round stickers over where the little mistakes were. This is that little, this is a little die cut of an airplane. And I put that right here. That came from the Passport collection. And I love these little epoxies. So these are, I use those right there. Let me see if I can find those. I really have a big pile over here. Yeah, nope. Okay, well, I don't see them, and I'm not going to keep looking for them, but I showed them to you in the beginning. They were just little round epoxies that came with the summer break collection. So I put those here and did my writing. This right here, there's a birthday sticker strip from the Party Time collection, and that is where I got that little cupcake right here. So the cupcake is right here, and I would just mount that. And then this little part that says birthday, this was a little sticker that said happy birthday. So I just cut off the happy to make it the perfect size to fit right there. It's just cute. It's got some little confetti dots on there. And now let me show you something about this square. I messed up this square, and so I want to show you how I fixed my mistake. Okay, I'm going to take this square punch, and if you turn it upside down, you can see exactly where it's going to punch. I'm going to put this calendar grid paper in here and line it up with one of the squares, because I can see, y'all may not be able to see on the video, but there's a faint line here. And I'm going to punch. So I'm doing it upside down so I can see, because it needs to punch exactly in the right spot. So since I made a mistake on this, I just punched out another square. And yeah, like this. And then I would put my repositionable tape runner on it and put it down over the square. And then you can barely even tell that it was covering up a mistake. So that's a good way to fix a mistake on there. Now this right here is a clear transparent sticker on that Passport sticker strip. This one, there's no place like here. I put that right here across those 2 things. Basically, we're going to Denver to see my daughter. And this is a pretend calendar. This is probably what my October is going to look like. But I made it for this video. And then I'll personalize it and make one personal later. This is my sample to teach classes. But we are going to Denver to see my daughter to celebrate my twin's birthday. So I'm leaving. When I leave here is when I put my little airplane and I said depart. And then these are the plans. We're planning a spa day, and we're going to go to Seven Falls and this little town called Manitou. Then we're going to have a birthday dinner because their birthday's coming up. We're going to go to Colorado Springs. This is for a harvest festival, for a hike. These stickers were off of the Autumn Harvest collection. This is a little epoxy airplane. I showed you those in the beginning from the Passport collection. Those are the dots I was looking for a while ago. The airplane is kind of like these, but it's a little airplane. Here I did, I showed you how I punched out the little banner things. I put a green one here and just put my repositionable tape runner on the back and put this little sticker on top. And again, I showed you how I cut these off the paper. This is a little orange banner like this, but I just chose to cut one edge off of it, so there's like only one ribbon edge. And then I put this sticker that says Friends on top, and that was from Autumn Harvest. And then this is just a little banner sticker, banner strip that I punched out. So that is how I built this calendar. Now let me show you how I plan to use this. Get all this excess off of here in my book. So this chocolate brown book is so pretty, and it looks pretty with fall pictures, I think. But I would picture myself making a yearly book, and in front of each month, like January, February, March, the first part of the section would be this, that just kind of hits the high points of what we did for the whole month. I love this idea. I think it's really fun. And then I would put it inside a top loading page. So you can get top loading pages from Creative Memories, and they mix and match really well with your other pages. And I would take out the white insert that was in here. There's just a piece of cardstock that comes in it, and I took it out. And then I would put this in. Now let me tell you something. Since I'm going to be teaching classes with this, and I'm going to be handling it a lot and taking it in and out, I chose to put the paper on, mount it on a piece of white cardstock, like the white cardstock that comes out of these top loading pages. And you can see it's like this. So it comes with these white pieces. I took it out, mounted my calendar on top of it with some repositionable tape runner all the way around the back and a few dabs in the middle. And that makes it more sturdy. And then I'm going to put that right here in my book. And right here, this is the orange paper. I showed you in the beginning, the calendar kit. It comes with calendar grid pages on one side and a striped color on the other. So this is one of the calendar pages, and it's striped on the other side. So I would just scrapbook on this. And I picture like starting the section with this and then having a number of pages that have all of my October photos. And then when I'm ready to start my next section, sorry, a lot of words. And it's late tonight. When I'm ready to start my next section, I would do November and do a November calendar and then put all my November pictures after that. So on this side, you could just put another piece of paper here. Let me find, like you could put another piece of paper here and then just put these papers back to back. Or if you were ready to do another calendar page, you could do it. You could just have a book of just your calendar pages and then have a few photos at the end. However you want to do it. That's what I plan to do, is to have this at the first of the section and then have my pictures following it and then start a new month. I just think it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to use up your scraps and use different collections together. Just hodgepodge of things. And I just want to show you how well, these are regular white pages. And of course they have the staples and jeeping like all of our pages do, mixed with top loading pages. They mix and match so well. I wanted to show you how well they mix. And then in the back, I've got some Spargo pages. They're just sort of a, they're sort of a, that's just great. Okay, they're sort of a neutral look with a little speckly look to it. So I have a new setup here because I've got this new ring light, and I put this up here so it covers up the legs. Anyway, it's a mess and it just fell over. So I think that means it's time for me to stop this video and fix this before my next video. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you make lots and lots of calendar grid pages. Thanks for watching my video.